I'm going to show you how to make a main menu in Roblox. So under Starter GUI, we're going to add in a screen GUI. This will be called, or main menu. Or you could call it start screen, whatever you would like. Now under here, I'm going to add in a frame, and this frame will be our background. Or actually, we'll just call it content, because this will contain everything. It will contain our play button, everything like that. So we'll call this content, and I'm going to size this up as 1010, or just to be safe you could go even larger, like 2020, and the whole screen will now be white. I will now make this color. I'll make it like a bluish kind of color, like this. Now what you'll see is when we click play, the background actually gets shifted down, so we've got this top bar up here. Now, we talked about this in our mini GUI series, which if you don't really know much about GUI, I recommend you go watch it to learn the fundamentals. Now, what we can do is under the GUI, under our start screen GUI, you will see we have a button that says Ignore GUI Inset. If we turn that on, the GUI will no longer be shifted down by the top bar of the screen, which I keep getting this glitch happen. Let me restart this project here. You'll see it's no longer shifted down, which is just what we want. Alright, next what we'll do is, just for design, I'm going to add in a UI gradient, and under the appearance I'm going to, at the start, have a darkish blue, towards the end have a lighter blue. And what I'm also going to do is, we can, if this is where I might want my frame to be 1010 rather than 20, I can change the rotation of it. Here, so I want to make that 45 degrees, and it kind of goes down. Okay, now that we've got this kind of shade of blue going on down here, now under our content I'm going to add in a play button, or maybe actually a text label first, right at the top. I'll set that 0.20, bring that down, maybe squish it in a bit, background transparency 1, and I might call this, I'm going to set the text to be maybe game title, and I'll make that a nice solid white, make it bold, change the font maybe, and scale it up. Next I might add in a play button, so I'll add in a text button. We'll rename this to play button. We'll rename that text label to title text. This play button I might resize this, so resize that. Put it like there, maybe make it a green colour, make the text maybe white, no, I'll make it black, play, maybe we'll set this as a different font, might even add in a UI corner, just to add a bit more design in here. Drag this play button down, I might call this settings button, or something like that, settings button. Make this text say settings. Could even make this an image button if you have an image for your settings, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do any of that. Maybe make this one a bit grey. You could add maybe a game version as well. I'm not gonna focus too much on that. But actually, yep. Let's duplicate this title text. We'll call this version text. Maybe drag it to the bottom of the screen. Shrink it down. And maybe we might say version 0. or 1.3.4 or 1.3.5. Now let's add a local script under our play button so we can make this whole frame disappear when the user presses play. So first of all, we'll say local button equals script.parent, and we're also going to need to reference the frame. So local frame equals script.parent. Yeah, and that's it. So then we say button.mouse button one click connect function. So when the play button's clicked, we're gonna wait maybe 0.3 seconds just to give a bit of delay, and then we're also gonna say frame.visible equals 0. Now you could add a fancy or equals false. Sorry, you could add a fancy animation so it kind of fades out, but I'm not gonna focus too much on that now. Now you see when we hit play, it disappears and we can play the game after 0.3 seconds. Now we need to make this appear when the player joins the game. So to do that, we need to add in, well, under our local script, what we can actually do is say game.players.player added :connect function player. What we need to do after this is script.parent. No, we don't. We just need to say frame.visible equals true. Okay, now that we've made this whole menu here with the script, we want to drag this content frame, or even the main menu, just in general, we want to drag that into replicated storage, because under our server script service, we want to add some scripts. So game.players.player added :connect function player. So this is the default function that's called when a player joins a Roblox game. This player is the parameter, so a player is passed in, the player joining is passed into this code. We then need to say local menu equals game.replicated storage.main menu. Then we need to say :clone, and then we say menu.parent equals player.starter GUI. However, we need to wait for the starter GUI to actually load in, so we'll say player : wait for child starter GUI. Oh, so it's not starter GUI, it's player GUI. That is my fault. .player GUI. Like so, wait for child player GUI. So now when we hit play, as you can see, it's loaded up, and we can hit play and it disappears. Perfect. Alright, so that's it, everyone. That is now your working main menu, and that will work for multiple players. If I was to start up a local server with, say, 2 players, they'll both have a main menu. Hope you found this video helpful, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.